Hello, and in this video I'm going to show you how to solve a bamboo bender's box puzzle. Looks like this. Has the pieces that are made of bamboo. It's actually really pretty. They're basically sticks with pegs in the ends of them. The key to finding this and solving this is finding the one that does not have a peg in the end. You can see this piece right here has a peg in one end but not in the other. That's the key. That'll slide out. And once you slide that one out, you want to set that aside and keep it. Then these pieces slide back and forth because there's nothing stopping them. So those ones will slide back and forth, and this one here will come out. Now at this point, you can't really pull anything out any further because the pegs still stop. And in the previous solution, I actually kind of pulled this and forced it out, and it will work to do it that way. Takes a little bit of doing, but it'll pop out that way. But I found another solution that's even easier, and that's that without those blocks on either side, these pieces move back and forth. And as you might guess, when they move back and forth like that, you can just pop this middle piece right out. So this one middle piece will just pop right completely out of there. And once that happens, once that one slides out, pretty much everything else starts falling apart, because all the other pieces will just slide out and come apart, and the whole thing comes apart. To put the bamboo bender's box puzzle back together, what I like to do is to set up a couple of these pieces as spacers. You want to set aside your key, and when you're going through this, you also want to set aside one piece that has shorter pegs than others. Because as you'll notice, some of the pegs are longer than others and some are shorter. So this one here, like here, I'll show you up close. You can tell there, hopefully, that this one here has shorter pegs. That one we're going to use later on. So I'm going to set that with my key over here on the side. And the rest I'm going to use for building this back up. I use these two as spacers. I'll pull them out later. But what they'll do is they'll hold these pieces at exactly the right height that they need to be. So that'll help so that I'm not trying to fiddle with too many things all at once. So when you're trying to solve this or build it back together again, you always remember that the pegs on the outside, like these ones, are facing in, and these ones on the outside will be facing in. The middle pieces, like these ones, you could face them down or up, doesn't not matter at all. But with the outside pieces, like these ones, you definitely want them facing in. All right. Gotta be really careful at the beginning. There we go. And then these ones, I'm going to put them facing down. It makes it easier when I want to slide things later on. Just have the pegs out of the way. So I'm going to put them facing down. At this point in the solution, I can pull out those, and now I've got the two pieces I want specifically. I've got this, three other pieces. Oops. Okay. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. What I'm going to do is take this one, and I'm going to slide it under these pegs here. I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to slide it under the pegs and set it up. Try and lift that up so that you can see kind of what that looks like. Hopefully everything fell into place when I put it back. Now what that does is it gives us the place that we are going to put this peg. So this peg here that I had picked out with the shorter pegs on it, I'm going to take that one and I'm going to stick it through the middle right there under these two here, and also with this one opened up. So let me go ahead and do that. And when you do this, you shouldn't need to force any of the pieces. It should just slide through, which is why this solution is a little bit nicer. Right now it's there. Okay, a little bit nicer than the previous one I did, because you don't have to force anything. That piece, I mean, these ones slide pretty easily, and you can put it in and out. And then We bring those two over, push that one up into place, and then we can slide our key piece that has only one peg right in where it needs to go. I'm going to take it apart and put it back together real quick so that you can just see how that works. Spread those apart and pull out that middle piece. Again, it should just slide out pretty quickly without forcing it. Boom. Everything comes apart. And then putting it back together, we set up our spacers and we just build around them. Pull out the spacers, put them right in here. Put my one piece with the short peg straight through the middle. You can see when I'm not flipping it around to demonstrate how easily that goes in. This piece goes up and in to place, and my key slides in for a final solution.